Hello guys, this is a Peugeot 3008 and it's a 1.5 diesel, and as you can see there, I'm right in the thick of it there already, so you're late coming into this job. But what the customer's complaint on this car was, there's a horrible old ticking noise when this thing was ticking over. Driving the finest, he said, well, it was ticking over, you hear this horrible old ticking noise, and it did kind of, we all felt it kind of came from this area, timing belt side. Now, about 2 weeks ago, he said he wanted his timing belt kit changed, and he was hoping, it was up on that kind of mileage anyway for the timing belt replacement, and we were kind of all hoping that changing the timing belt would also get rid of this ticking noise, and was there something funny inside there. Now, I done the timing belt, didn't find anything funny, but replaced the kit anyway, the timing belt, the tensioners, the idlers and the water pump, put it back together, and it was still the same. So it came back in again with a proper hunt on this time of what is the problem with this car. So again, timing belt off, and we wanted to go in here and have a look. So timing belt off and cam box up out of it, and as you can see there, it is all taken apart. Now in here, nothing amiss or nothing wrong at this end of it, but there's the cam box there, the two camshafts, and if you can see the way the chain is, it's horrible there. Chain is all over the place there from camshaft to camshaft, and that is, I'm saying, our horrible ticking noise. And underneath that chain, I'd say there should be some sort of guide, but that's gone or broken off it. I did find little bits of plastic in here. That should have been something in under there, underneath that chain. But yeah, happy that I found something anyway, and I'm pretty sure that will fix this man's ticking noise from this engine. What do we do here? Well, main dealers, I think, are selling us a complete cam box and camshafts. So I believe I'm going to get this whole unit here as the vacuum pump. Won't get that, I'd say. I'll swap that onto the new one. But yeah, that is, I believe, the issue anyway. And I'll keep you posted on how this job is coming along when I get the new cam box. And hopefully, at the end of it, we'll have a running Peugeot 3008 with no ticky noise. Fingers crossed. Okay lads, this is what came from my Peugeot just there a few minutes ago. We got the cam box, we got camshafts, we got the chain, we got a bunch of seals, injector washers, we have an injector as well. I thought it would have all came together and then assembled, but no, I have to do all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we've got all this to do. Get them into that, get the chain on, and then sit that back down on the engine. Right, I better get going and see where I end up. Okay guys. Right, so I have my camshafts in place with the chain on it, the copper link to the arrow, copper link to the arrow, the tensioner is in there, the other half of the cam box is there, a little sliver of sealant on it that'll fold over onto that. Once that's over like that, then I can get in my two tensioner bolts, I believe, and squeeze them two together. now. Okay lads, I'm assembled here. Oil seals in, pulled the pin on the timing chain tensioner, vacuum pump in. What failed though really is, you can see that this is the new one now. There's the tensioner there along the chain, and it's completely broken on our old one. So the tensioner had failed and the chain had probably stretched and it's all out of whack and out of line. But yeah, I'm assembled here now. I'm ready for this. I feel to sit back on to the engine. So we're going in the right direction. Okay lads, I'm cleaning up in here, ready for the cam box. We had injector number 2 stuck in there pretty bad. And that was because of a failed injector washer in there. So I have reamed the seats using that. Go down in there and it cuts the seat, has it nice and clean, and also using a carbide kind of a wire brush thing clean in there as well on all of them. We have seals here to go down there on each and every one of them, and yeah, so I'm just tying up and getting ready to sit the cam box on here, and yeah, it's going well anyway so far. Right lads, the next move is to sit on the cam box. It's a little bit scary now because you can't really see these rockers when you're sitting it back down, so this is a little bit of the squeaky bum time here. So I'm going to try sit the cam box on again. Another little sliver of sealant on it, small little sliver, but yeah, I have to sit that down and hope that none of these fall off or they all sit in the same place. So yeah, it's a little bit scary at this point, but yeah, that's where I'm at now. That's where I'm moving to now, sitting the cam box on and getting it bolted down. Okay lads, there's my cam box bolted on. What I did do was I turned the crankshaft pulley slightly to bring the pistons down, and now that I have the cam box on, just want to make sure that I can turn the top half, the camshafts, and I can. So I'm suggesting that I am good to carry on, keep going. Yeah, that all seems like I'm opening and closing valves there, and in around there somewhere should be my timing mark. So after turning that a number of times, and it is turning, seems like I'm opening and closing valves. So yeah, I think everything is on as it should be inside there, even though we can't really see anything. But anyway, yeah, I have to keep going. Okay lads, I concentrated on all this part of the installation here, refitting. Finished here. I'm out of bolts for this section. I'm going to now move on to my timing belt. So we have a hole in the cam pulley there that aligns with a hole behind it. You have the same kind of setup down there on the pump. I don't know, it's going to be hard to show you that, but that's the drill bit going through. And then down on the crank, you're going to have that hole. Should be at the 12 o'clock position now, should be up there somewhere. But I said I turned it slightly. Go and look, so we'll move it back, I'll show you. Okay lads, there is There is the pulley. You see the hole in behind it? At that point, lined up. So I'll fit the belt with them pulleys in them positions and tension her up. Okay. Right lads, my timing belt is on and tensioned up with the pointer aligning. Can you see it there? Hard to see it. The pointer aligning up in there. Yeah, that's might be a good shot. Spun the engine a number of times, it's turning nicely. So I'm just going to crack on, put it all back together, and the next move then will be probably to turn the key and see what happens. So yeah. Okay lads, that's me done. I'm out of bolts. This thing is back together. I think the next move for me now is turn the key in this car. Don't think it's going to start too easily because injector pipes and fuel rails are out. There's going to be a lot of air in the system, but yeah, hopefully I'll get it running. Hopefully this ticking noise is gone. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn the key now and see when it's running, give you a listen to it there, and hopefully, I know you didn't hear the noise beforehand, but hopefully this will be a sound running Peugeot again. Alrighty guys, the Peugeot lives and breathes. She starts and runs and sounds quite good to me. Sounds sweet. Running the finest there. I know I didn't get on camera the way it was beforehand, but there was a nasty old ticking noise in it. And I did obviously show you the chain. There again is the cam box, and that chain was going to break, lads. It was going to break on him, and that was going to cause valve to piston damage if it did. So yeah, we're done. Peugeot starts and runs. It sounds very nice to me anyway. I'll get it up the road and do a test drive on it. The injector I swapped, I would have called it number 2 injector, but this being a Peugeot, it's called number 3. I did code that. The reason I changed that is because it was stuck in it and we had to take it apart to get it out. And we told that to the customer, and he said, yeah, look, I think we'll replace it rather than chancing a new one, or chancing the old one again. They took a bit of a beating getting it out. It's actually there. There's the old injector. But yeah, that's it lads. Cam box, camshaft, and the timing chain tensioner between camshafts was the fault on this Peugeot. So yeah, done and dusted. Thanks again everybody for watching and subscribing, and yeah, I'll catch you again in the next one. See you later. I'm going for a Guinness.